Hello, God's beautiful people. I am Tara, and I am back with another word from the Lord. Okay, so um, this word I got from God. It was either last night or sometime this morning. Y'all already know in the wee hours. But actually, I had, you know, finished praying, and I was just kind of lying there within the peace of it all. There's a different type of peace that overtakes you, when the Holy Spirit is present. So I was just kind of lying there, and I heard the Lord say, "Hear the rooster crow." And sometimes when the Lord speaks, he immediately elaborate and explain, and other times not so much. So it was a bit of a pause. And then I heard, when the rooster crows, it's a new start of the day, a fresh start. And I was like, yeah, it really is. Because roosters generally crow early in the morning. And the Lord said this, "Daughter, the rooster is crowing, and I'm handing out fresh starts to my people. So many have been in seasons of lack and despair, but all will be forgotten in this fresh start." Then I saw a vision of a field, and he says, "Planting time is a time of newness, just waiting for the day of harvest. Tell them there's a new crop of blessings that is ready to be harvested. And in this crop will bring forth many opportunities of a fresh start for the children of God." So that just really blessed me, because some months ago, maybe even a year ago, the Lord spoke a lot to me about harvest season, and how a lot of his children, they are the fertile ground. Um, and so this really blessed me, because God is just basically coming back, bringing it back around of the words that he spoke previously. Okay. So just know that this is a do over. A lot of you, a lot of us have been in that season of praying, fasting, faith filled, trusting God, even when things don't look the way we think they should look. You trust God anyway. So God is saying he's handing out fresh starts. And this is going to be the start of what he purposed you to do. And, like I said, I always go and do my research, especially when the Lord is nudging me to do so. And so I go to my spiritual books and, my Bible based books. And I wanted to see, what is the meaning of a rooster? And, from the biblical standpoint. And it says that a rooster represents leadership. Come on through, because that's what the Lord considers us to be. We are leaders in his kingdom. He is sending us out on a mission to do the things that he has planned for our life and purpose for our life. And I say this all the time. Your job is not just your job, it's your ministry. Your marriage is not just your marriage, it's your ministry. Your business is not just your business, it's your ministry. Everything, people, when they think of ministry, they think of pulpit. And I'm telling you this, God is doing away with the four walls of the church. He has spoken it to me so many times. So there's a lot of worship buildings that the Lord is bringing down. He is bringing them down. I can't speak on the season, but just know that in these times, God is taking it back to the days when Jesus walked the earth. Jesus didn't sit up in just one building and everybody came to him. He went from place to place. And God is getting us back to that point where we're going out reaching the people. So the people don't have to come to us in the same location all the time. And I say that all the time because it is true. So, number one, the rooster represents leadership. Okay. And the other thing that got me was it says it represents a new day. A new day, a new time, a new era, a fresh start. God's saying, get ready because He is getting ready to give you a fresh start. And this fresh start is not going to be a false start. This fresh start is going to be everything that God has promised you, that God has called you to do, that God has purposed you for. There are people, I remember when I first started in this and I didn't understand, like, God, why do you have me so isolated? When I tell you my isolation was a real isolation, I barely had any human contact because I prayed about everything. I asked God to lead me in everything I did. I asked God to lead me in what I ate, what I wore, how I fixed my hair. That is how you build a relationship with God because you include Him in every little thing. And so, there was times when months would go by and literally, y'all, other than like going to get the mail or sometimes maybe going to sit outside a little bit just for some fresh air, I never saw anybody. So that's what my isolation looked like. And I would question God and I'm like, why me? I can't do this. And God was like, first of all, you can't tell me what you can't do because I created you. And second of all, why not you? And so many times I heard the Lord say, this is bigger than you. And let me tell you the one thing that used to keep me going. Not what the Lord promised me over my life, not what um, I was praying and hoping and fasting for. It wasn't those things. What kept me going was when God said, it's bigger than you. I have attached people to you. Some you know, some you don't. And when He said that, it made me feel so responsible for the lives of other people. And I'm like, Lord, I don't want to be disobedient and mess up somebody else's blessing. See, it's one thing when you mess up your own, but I don't want to mess up somebody else's life. I don't want my disobedience to lead to somebody else's despair, hard times. I don't know who God has attached to me. So I took that responsibility very seriously. So understand, in this fresh start, God has attached some people to you, and it is bigger than you. I pray that this word reaches each and every individual that it was meant for. Take this word before the Lord so that you will know if it is for you. I love you guys, and I will be back with another word.